Hello there and welcome to join us. The 23rd of June, it is 2022, and yes, it is another interesting day to bring you the newspaper review right here on TAF TV. And with me in today's segment of the newspaper review is Mr. Victor Suku. Very much you're welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, and before we go straight into the business of the day, we'll go on a short break, and when we return, we'll take you straight to the headlines for today. Do stay tuned.
Hey there, are you looking to record your videos, do your voiceovers and take your professional pictures? Look no further. With our state-of-the-art newsroom, photography, kitchen for our food content creators and exclusive children's studio, we certainly can deliver the best studio experience. Our carefully designed studio space can bring your diverse creative content ideas to life. We aim to consistently serve value to our customers far and wide. Come, let Tharv Media give life to your dreams. Tharv Media, a slice of infotainment.
Okay, the first paper we shall be looking at is the Daily Sun. And amongst the headlines in the Daily Sun, we have voter registration. Voter registration. INEC bows. Extends exercise by 60 days. INEC bows, extends exercise by 60 days. Plans deployment of additional machines, ad hoc staff. That's on page 6 of the Daily Sun. And on page 2, we have subsidy to hit 6 trillion naira by year end, according to IPMAN. Subsidy to hit 6 trillion naira by year end, according to IPMAN, on page 2 of the Daily Sun. And next we have 2023 Wike Obi Mohammed meets in Port Harcourt. Wike Obi Mohammed meets in Port Harcourt on page 27 of the Daily Sun. And on page 29 we have Asuu strike will end soon, according to federal government. Asuu strike will end soon, on page 29. And lastly, on page 27 we have US, UK, others won't ban IPOB. Ohaneze tells Buhari. US, UK and others won't ban IPOB. Ohaneze tells Buhari on page 27 of the Daily Sun. Okay, before we move straight to our next paper, Mr. Victor, I don't know which of the headlines actually interest you.
Okay, let me start with the students. Okay, the Asuu strike, they say it will soon end, but we've been hearing such a gist. Mind you, this started in February 14th. Up till now, no headway. The last comment that came from the Minister of Labour, Dr. Chief Chris Ngige, came out to say that the payment system is now the major problem. Okay, which payment system to use, but that the government has stepped ahead to go and run a test on the 3 payment platform. Mind you, the university has their own, the government has the other 2. So, but it still boils down to more like, from my analysis, they are not taking this university strike seriously. Yeah, as you can see, because if it's about politics, they will rush out and quash the problems. But for the students, I wonder how the APC will be able to get back their mandate come 2023. So
Mr. Victor, does this mean that the educational sector is actually not a priority?
It is not. It is a total shame that we are, in fact, right now, even the students are not even talking again. They are tired. Nigerians are tired.
So many of them are saying that they've moved on. Like,
yeah, Nigerians are tired. I don't understand this APC. It's so, oh man. But how can in a same climb, in a time like this, when other countries are moving forward, making massive development in their education, we are just playing around? The leadership is, I did not expect to.
But do you ever think there will be a time when we'll get better?
No, why not? It's down to leadership. And at the same time, the same leaders, the same APC are making mouth that they are doing well. How can? Well, it's down for the people. I think if the people really want this bad leadership to stop, they will rise up in 2023 and call the shots. no matter what they do, both the vote buying, because right now it seems that the vote buying is now.
It's actually on the way. Right now.
Their number one tactics. Okay, you can't shy away from that. The governor of Ekiti State had to come out to say there was no vote buying, where evidences are all there. Huh? Okay, that aside, you mentioned about the subsidy, the fuel subsidy.
Yes,
hitting
6 trillion naira by end of the year, according to IPMAN.
Yes, 6 trillion naira. Already 4 trillion has been dished out. You can imagine. What a country. 4 million has been, for me, in quote, it is wastage, because that 4 million naira cannot even be accounted for. We already know that in a country that we are supposed to be using, statisticians and analysts have come out to say that we are supposed to be using 50 million liters per day, but we are using over 100 million liters per day. So what happens to the other 50? And that same fake or spirited 50 subsidy also applies to that. So all those monies, is it that they cannot track this money? Is it that they cannot track how many millions of liters we consume?
Okay, Charlie, before we move over to our next paper, what do you have to say concerning the fact that INEC has to extend the exercise by 60 days?
No,
then bowing to the court order.
It is a good call. Okay, it is a good call, but it also goes down to our way of living in this country. Our character as persons. We love doing things late. The ongoing voter registration has been happening for quite some time, for months, no, for years, almost a year though. Okay, it is just at this tail end that Nigerians have now coming out. Some are even saying because of is about P2B that they want to come out and vote. What have we been doing since now? Well, graciously, I'll call it graciously, INEC, mind you, they are an organization, in quote, an organized organization. They are trying to fit in with their calendars. Mind you, just like the INEC chairman came out to say, this voters card, they still need time to print them. It's not just about registration. That their plan was that after registration, they will bring out time, bring out resources, same personnel, come in, then we print. Then before Nigeria starts collecting. And he also said that Nigerians will collect even down to next year. So it is a tough call for them. And mind you, they work with a budget. Okay? So I don't know what will happen, because they might now need more hands. And more hands means more money.
More money.
Okay, so but going forward, I'm happy with the kind gesture from them. I call it kind gesture because they have stipulated their timetable. If you are running a private business and such timetable, you've stated your timetable, I don't think you want to dash your timetable, knowing that all this is dependent on time, and you don't want to fail. You don't want to fail on your mandate. Okay. So I pray that they will be able to come out of this, because they need to also print the cards. Mind you, I'm a victim of persons that did not collect their voters card the last time because of they could not print my cards. And this same extension happened 4 years back. So
okay,
it's up to the people to go out and
let's go straight to the Vanguard. And amongst the headlines in the Vanguard, we have energy crisis, petrol scarcity to persist. Petrol scarcity to persist, according to stakeholders, on page 5 of the Vanguard. And on page 7, we have 24 states get 477 billion naira refund for expenses on federal road projects. According to federal government, it says 24 states get 477 billion naira refund for expenses on federal road projects. That's according to federal government on page 7. And on page 6, we have 20 missing Chibok girls still in Sambisa forest. That's according to rescued girls on page 6. And on page 35, we have strike. Varsities reopen soon. Federal government assures Universities reopen soon, federal government assures. And on page 19, we have manufacturing capacity utilization up 9.4%. Non-metallic minerals declines. Okay. And lastly, we have Ohaneze tackles Buhari over comment on IPOP. Ohaneze tackles Buhari over comment on IPOP. That's on page 11 of the Vanguard. Okay, before we move straight to our next and the last paper for today, Mr. Victor, which of the headlines interest you?
Okay, let's go to the fuel issues that we are having. Stakeholders came out to say that the crisis will worsen. Okay, but in another news, the IPMAN chairman, Mr. Okoronkwo, came out to say that the 180, mind you, 2 days ago, I came to the show and I also explained the fact that 180 naira was what the IPMAN have stipulated that petrol stations should sell. Some will sell 190 depending on the distance covered from the depot to the fuel stations. Now, the IPMAN chairman came out to say that now that they are retracting their statements, meaning that everything will be going back to status quo. That's 165 naira.
Why do you think they had to retract their statements?
Okay, saying that they are now pumping, in quotes, that Lagos in particular are now pumping to tankers. Now I ask, okay, before I finish, he also, where I got weak is that he also came out to say that he thanks the President Muhammad Buhari, for making provision of 4 trillion naira so far for fuel subsidy. My brother, I became weak. Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, that's the IPMAN, their boss is saying this. These guys know what they are doing. They know how, and they know the essence of, they are enjoying the largesse of this subsidy. Okay? It is, as far as I'm concerned, look, like I told you, we do not know our numbers. So there's no thing you can tell me that our subsidy monies are not being diverted one way or the other. Okay? So he has come out again. And mind you, it is no longer news that many a times these leaders, I mean IPMAN and the co in the oil sector, or the so-called union leaders, we call them union leaders, okay, they come out, make statements, go behind, carry their Ghana must go, and go. It is no longer news. Okay, look at what is happening in our Nigerian Labour Congress. What are they doing? Nothing. Many states, when I mean about 50% of the states are owing pension, owing gratuity. I mean the entire. I'm not talking about the segment that some will pay, some will not pay some. Yeah. I mean 50% have not even paid a dime. And Labour is saying nothing. In fact, as it stands, Labour in River State, they're even having issues because that the Labour candidate, as in terms of the party, the party chairman now wants to become governor. They're not telling the person, please, you cannot be vying for governor and also you want to be the Labour Congress chairman, although she's a lady, chair lady. Now, I'm digressing, but please. But that's to tell you the confusion in our society. How can you be vying for a position, okay, and okay, you are now in quote a core politician, just like what happened during Emefiele's case. You are now a core politician, but at the same time, you want to be in a body that regulates what these politicians are doing.
You have to resign.
You have to resign. You're a politician, for crying out loud. So that's the impunity that we face in this country. And these people also come out, they will be complaining about insecurity, complaining about economy.
So do you think this actually stresses the truism of the statement that nothing works in this country?
My brother, no, some things work, not ways. You cannot take it out from Nigeria, okay? Some things still work. But now, even as I'm thinking, I can't even think of any major positive now. Is it in our sports? Look at what is happening in the Nigerian Basketball Association.
What works actually?
Oh my goodness God.
Is it sports?
The ban?
Is it health sector? What works in Nigeria?
As it stands now, nothing. I can't think of one thing, man.
So you do think that point actually stresses on the fact that nothing works in the country?
And the inflation, come to think of it, inflation are also worsening some aspect of the sectors that have been glooming. Look at telecommunication. It's been glooming as far as I'm concerned. But look at what inflation has done to it. Now, if you load 1,000 naira on your phone, the speed at which
it goes,
it's terrible. And even the so-called SON, Standard Organization of Nigeria, the regulators that are supposed to be even checkmating all these fake alerts. What about alerts? What about the double taxations? What about when you even use your mobile phone? Some networks, they will tell you 10 gig. At the end of the day, when you calculate the 10 gig, it does not amount to what you've done.
So, Mr. Victor, given all these now, would you actually blame some persons who would actually do whatever it takes to leave the country at the moment?
Oh, well, it's happening now. It's happening.
It's happening already, but
Exodus is happening. Okay, even the exodus that even happened during yesterday I saw it on the news. Some Nigerians that went to Libya out of frustration.
Yeah.
They have returned back. And go to the airport tonight. You still see some Nigerians going to Libya. Even this night, go to the airport. You see them going to Libya.
Because they believe it's greener over there.
It's greener over there. Okay?
Yeah, even if I actually want to leave the country.
No, but what causes this is that the frustration is too much. So they just be like, that's why you see some person say, I just want to leave this country.
Let's go and try luck
I just want to leave this country. I'm tired of this country.
Let's go and try luck elsewhere.
The frustration has increased. In fact, it has plummeted.
Okay, Mr. Victor, let's not dwell much on the Vanguard. Let's go straight to the Nation. And amongst the headlines in the Nation for today, we have APC moves to present defection of 18 senators. APC moves to prevent defection of 18 senators. Okay, party fears loss of Senate majority. Worried Adamu meets party caucus. Okay, that's for that. And next we have Ngige. Asuu raise hope on varsities reopening. Ngige, Asuu raise hope on varsities reopening. That's on page 4 of the Nation. And on page 2, we have abductors behead ex-Anambra lawmaker after collecting 15 million naira. Abductors behead ex-Anambra lawmaker after collecting 15 million naira. That's a very sad one. And lastly, we have on page 28, this one here says Buhari attacks on churches, plot to instigate religious crisis. That Buhari saying on page 28. He says attacks on churches, a plot to instigate religious crisis. Okay, that's the much we can take in the Nation for today. And before we call it a day, Mr. Victor, I don't know which of the headlines actually draws your attention.
Yeah, before I go to the sorrowful one, let's talk about the APC defections. Yeah, some persons might even also call it sorrowful, because what do these people even do? Right now, the APC is fully, will I say, they've detached from governance and now have gone into dirty politics. Okay, what is happening? In fact, what they want now, the government of this APC, what they are after now is how to retain power. Forgetting that the primary responsibility of every government is to, one, security, take care of security. Then welfare. They are not even talking about that. They are talking about their pockets and how to retain power. What are they doing? Because of they have these senators, they have some infightings with their governors. They could not get tickets to come back to the Senate. Many of them that we already know that are failures. Senators that do nothing. They just go there, collect their allowances, and just be causing nuisance in Abuja. Okay, what is happening? The Adamu, chairman of the party, called them for a meeting. About 20, some papers recorded 20. Yeah, Nation is recording 18. Wants to defect, most likely to the PDP, the same failed party that they are moving to. Fine. what is happening? Okay, for instance, in Borno State, sorry, Yobe State, where a politician, Machina, for instance, got the ticket to come and serve, not to serve though, got the ticket of the APC to come to take the position of senatorial Yobe East Senatorial District,
Okay.
and that is the same district where Ahmed Lawan is coming from. Ahmed Lawan being the Senate president. What happened? After the presidential primaries, Ahmed Lawan failed woefully. Ahmed Lawan now came back to collect the ticket that the young man has already gotten. Ahmed Lawan now wants to go back as a senator when you've exhausted your time going for the presidential ticket which you failed. What then happened? The same Adamu, the same bad leaders that we have in this country, they had to put in the name of Adamu, submitted the name of Adamu to INEC, submitted the name of Ahmad Lawan rather to INEC, shunning the man that got the ticket from an approved senatorial primary that happened. So tomorrow, when INEC comes out now and lashes them and removes the name, they will now be like, INEC are partial. They are seeing it. But what kind of, will I say, ignorance or impunity will make a man? You did not come for primary. You were not there. You did not attend. You did not apply. You did not buy phone. All the whole processes happened. And because you failed in the presidential primary, you now want to forcefully take it from the other candidate. It is a shame. And this same person is the presidential, the president of the Nigerian Senate, our #1 senator. It is a shame. Please, let's go to the sad story that is happening in Anambra.
On page 2.
It's unfortunate that the government of Soludo,
It's very unfortunate.
he's been trying, but unfortunately this mountain is too big for him as far as I'm concerned.
Recorded so many deaths.
Yeah, but I need to encourage him. It is not an easy fight. He needs to push harder. Okay? What happened? A former lawmaker has been killed. This time around, his head was cut off, beheaded. Mind you, the last one happened in May. That one was a sitting lawmaker. Now, it is a former lawmaker. Unfortunately, this same lawmaker has been kidnapped before now. That, what did they say? The kidnapper say that he busted information regarding them. So they came, kidnapped him. While he was in their captivity, they found out that no, he did not leak any information about them. They released him. Now they came back again and kidnapped him. The same man that they kidnapped, it's what do you call it? He's an impaired person in the sense that he's challenged, physically challenged. Okay, they kidnapped him, and even after releasing 15 million, they still killed the man and dumped his corpse at the poor community in the Anambra State. It is unfortunate. I don't know which other strategy they want to use to calm these guys down. It is sad.
So do you think it's a sad one actually? But do you think the bounty technique would work now?
Yeah, they should go ahead. They should go ahead
Like
because it worked the other time.
A huge bounty for I think any group or anyone that will actually provide vital information
I believe
on how to get these guys.
Soludo is a very smart leader. No, you can't take it away from him. So I believe with time, this will really mellow down.
Yeah, because these criminals, they don't sleep in the air. They
live among us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Victor, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
We really do appreciate your time with us. And as for you who has been there watching us, thank you so much for staying faithful to your screen. But unfortunately, this we have to call it a wrap and draw the curtain on today's segment of the newspaper review. My name is Cyril Aloysius, and don't forget you can also be a part of this discussion. You have any questions, you have any suggestions to make, do well to drop them in the comment section of any of our social media platforms. On YouTube, we are TAF TV. On Instagram, we are TAF TV_NG. On Facebook, we are TAF TV. And on Twitter, we are TAF TV. Thank you so much once again. It's bye for now. Until we come here again next time. See you. Have a wonderful day.